Good morning. Tuesday. Today should be a fun day to trade. Hopefully it's a fun day to trade. You guys haven't been keeping up with Mr. Dataprp, our favorite Titan. Let me on my light. There we go. Our favorite Titan has fallen and it will continue falling today. It's gonna limit down right at the open. It's gonna limit down straight away. You know what this reminds me of? If you really want to go and study it, this is what it reminds me of. It looks almost identical. The build-up and the crash is almost identical. So today will be the limit down day. It's just gonna have a flat line today, I think. But obviously the flat line is gonna be way lower, 123. 123 is the limit down. So please be careful if you want to try and touch Dataprp. I personally will not touch it until I see some sort of pattern that I can play. I have no interest in chasing it, especially on the move down. Okay, please don't do anything silly. Even if it gaps down and it starts to shoot up, I wouldn't risk it until it starts to form some kind of structure. Okay, so this is your warning, but trade at your own risk. ARK shot up yesterday. Euro came back as well, pushing out this nice little triangle. You can see it's wedging really nicely here, bouncing off this descending resistance quite a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Ascending support not as great as the descending resistance, but broke above and held the support level. That's the key point. Held the support level. So I'm gonna watch for some or any form of continuation of momentum on Euro today. I'm not sure what happened to Top Glove. They seem to have split their shares again, but by a very small margin. So it's gonna open down here, but don't get fooled. It's not gapping down. It's just, I think they issued more shares again. I think that's basically it. The rest on the list, not much that I can see on my broker. None of them really moving yet. So we'll just watch the screener at the open. Pharma had some news about supplying, being the main supplier for 200,000 doses of the Sinovac vaccine. So it might have some movement today, but honestly, I don't think there's going to be much, especially on pharma. Most of the pharma stocks are kind of dead already. Looks like there's a bit of buying coming onto Dataprp in the pre-market. But like I said, even though it gapped down a lot, right? I honestly wouldn't risk it. I'd rather see it build some kind of structure before I try and pick it up. So looks like Dataprp is going to open at 126, which is probably like a 28% gap down or something like that. Very, very crazy. The first resistance / support is around the 140s. It's gonna open around here, 120s. A lot of space to move. Going to depend quite a bit on the 15-minute chart today, I think, because the 1-minute chart will not be able to comprehend this gap properly. So yeah, it opened at 132, not bad. Very, very thick support. So actually it might be possible to catch a bit of this move. Let's see. Don't really want to chase it, so be careful. Okay. See how it builds its structure first. So see a huge gap down, very big gap down. Bit of rejection. High of the day 140, so I might watch 140 for potential place. Find a trade. Okay, I took a starter, 135. Very strong, sudden push that I saw. All of the selling suddenly disappeared, pushed upwards. So let's see how far this can go. 138, some resistance showing up. So no surprise that it's gonna be a bit choppy around this area. Very, very, very extremely volatile. But I took a very small position and I'm very ready to cut the whole position if I need to. So 140 will be the area to crack and hold, and then maybe we can look for something. Let's give a quick look at the rest. There we go. Oh, dividends. Okay. So top left down a bit. That's fine. Dataprp. This might turn out to be like a CN Asia, a no bounce play. Yep, I'm gonna cut my position at 1.3. Yep, okay. I'm out. So just taking a quick trade there. In and out really quick. Didn't work out. That's fine. And it's back up above 1.3. Actually, I didn't get any fills, did I? Okay, now let's just watch another stop. Let's see. Supermax, Dataprp down a lot. G3 down 70%. Oh, stock split, I see. Stock splitting. So not much on the screener, you can see only DNX, top of Dataprp. Euro, no volume. DNX has volume, but no movement. So Dataprp reminds me of CN Asia. But if you can start to curl up, then maybe we can try and look for an entry. VWAP is 132. I have day 142. These kind of stocks, you can flush down very, very quick. Very, very, very quick. It looks like it's very volatile as well. Huge resistance at 1.4. So first area to test is clearly 1.4. Then you probably have quite a lot of space to move up if you move up. So you see, as quickly as it goes up, it can come back down. Very, very volatile. There's almost no pattern, no structure to this at all. This first. Watching 1.4, watching the 1.4 area. I have some interest in the 1.4s. See if we have enough strength to get through 1.4. Looks like it wants to. So the basis of my trade today is based off of Vivocom, like I mentioned right at the beginning of the stream. Dataprp probably will follow the structure of Vivocom, which was a previous pump and dump. So I'm sort of playing it based off of the first green day, Vivocom's first green day. So if you want to go and study what the first green day looks like, that's the pattern that I'm anticipating. But by no means does it mean that it has to follow, right? It's more of just a guide. Just waiting for it to crack its highs around the 1.4 to 1.42s to look for a potential play there. So we just wait for it. watching it closely. VDOT, what's up with VDOT? Okay, nice. Nice strong move at the start of the morning. The only issue is that there's quite a lot of resistance to the left side. Very close resistance. Right, you see right here. It's coming off fresh low. So that might affect the movement quite a bit. So big red candle as usual. Not surprised to see big moves like this. Set my alerts first, so I have to keep watching this. So we let it keep pushing first until it meets its first proper pullback. Selling off, everything sort of selling off. Everything looks pretty red today, surprising. So this could follow two different paths. One is CN Asia. It could give no bounce for the whole day at all, right? No bounce at all. Even after massive gap down, it can just fade the whole day. Or fade, bounce around VWAP, and then give us a late push later in the day. So set my alerts already. Set my alerts first. Just wait for it to start showing us some buying momentum. Maybe I'll have some interest. So let my alerts do the work for me. So VivoCom, this is the main example that I'm using. I'm gonna be a bit more patient. After chasing today morning, I chased it around when it dropped to 132 and shot back up here. I bought into 135 actually, which is the open, and sold it once it cracked 130. So that was my morning trade today. Small loss on it. So we want to be a bit more patient for this second one if it comes in, you know. So you see, huge gap down. Huge gap down. And it's as likely it's probably more likely that the stock continues flushing downwards and then ends up limiting down compared to the probability of it pushing back up. Even though it is extremely oversold, definitely way oversold. But if you look at the setting, it's actually not that much volume compared to the previous days. It's all under the average, the 10-day average volume. But look, it's dancing around the VWAP, similar to VivoCom. So hopefully We can see it follow Vivocom's footstep. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of volume to clear the 139, 140 area. But not impossible on a stock as crazy as Dataprp. Let's read out a bit choppy right now. 50-cent region. Does it have a history of breaking out? Kind of, little bit. Does it usually break out past its retrace, its first sell-off? We've only seen one so far, one breakout from Vidat. Can keep watching it. Magpie, just short pump to a dump. No surprise here. This is just pure weakness. You see some people try to buy it, a bit of people trying to buy a bit on the way. All failed. I'm just gonna stay away from these kind of stocks. I don't really understand this dividend thing, because it didn't actually get down, right? I saw that it registered that Top Glove closed at 514. Weird. Dataprp still slowly grinding upwards. See if it respects this trend line. See if it respects the VWAP and this trend line, this ascending support. Obviously, 1.39, 1.4, very, very hard levels to break through. Yeah, look at that resistance. 1.36 with 700,000, basically 7,000 lots. 1.4 with 7,000 lots. So 1 million, 1 million, 1.3. So basically 1 million. 4 million of resistance on the way up. Might be a bit tough to clear. But we'll wait for it to confirm with us that, okay, there is some buying volume and that we can try and ride any momentum upwards. Oh, we got 1.36 already. Okay. See if the volume continues upwards. 1.37. Nice. So once it hits 1.4, most likely it will start to retrace again. But as long as it holds this ascending support, right? So 1.4 is actually around here. What's my line to 1.4 is right up here. Oops. So it's probably gonna bounce off of the 1.4 area like this. And if this can happen, then be a lot more confident. Even if it cracks through 1.4 right now, and let's see, it's probably gonna sell off a little bit. Very, very usual behavior. Okay, touching 1.4, touched it once. Okay, catching a bit of 1.4. Very small size, because I'm expecting it to retrace right now. Expecting it to come back down. There we go. Retracement. Very normal. Now the true test of strength is if it can come back and hold the 1.4. Can it retake 1.4? That is the true test. Now, if we want to see it come up. If it doesn't just shoot up straight away, ideally you want to see it hold like this. That's the ideal scenario. But let's see. A bit of resistance around the 1.4s, 1.39s. Still some resistance coming in. It's totally okay. Now is the time we need to see buyers start to push in to the stock. So looks like a fake out on the 5-minute chart. Looks like a fake out on the